Dear friends, welcome to the Wednesday Word on Wednesday the 1st of February. As many of you know, our Church Council, the PCC, spent a number of weeks discussing how the Church should respond to issues of gender and sexuality that the Church of England is wrestling with at the moment. We used the Living in Love and Faith course, and we found it helpful to talk about some very sensitive and personal issues. On Wednesday the 18th of January, our bishops, Rachel Treweek and Robert Springett, published a statement outlining their personal response to the Living in Love and Faith process. This was ahead of the House of Bishops issuing their response, including a paper and proposed prayers the following Friday. You can find links to both of those on today's email. I am grateful for the apology that the bishops have issued to the LGBTQI+ community for the rejection, exclusion and hostility that they faced in churches and the impact this has had on their lives. And they're urging that we should welcome LGBTQI+ people into our churches. We are trying to do that here at St Matthew's and the Minster, and I've made that clear in my earlier response to Living in Love and Faith. You can also find that link on the email. A number of people in our church identify as LGBTQI+ or have family members who do so, and I want them to feel as welcome and as loved as anyone else. However, just as we welcome everyone in church, we also call everyone who wants to follow Jesus to listen to him and to be faithful to the teaching of Scripture. Having searched the Scriptures over many years and talked with a number of gay and straight Christians, I cannot ignore the fact that the Bible encourages all of us, whatever our sexual identity, to turn away from sexual immorality rather than to celebrate it. Sexual immorality, which is porneia in the Greek, relates to any sexual relations outside marriage between one man and one woman. The bishop's recommendation of the blessing of sexual relationships outside heterosexual marriage is a serious departure from Scripture, the entire history of the Church over the last 2,000 years, and the teaching of the majority of the Christian Church throughout the world. Secondly, the bishops are at pains to say that they're not changing the Church's doctrine of marriage, which remains the lifelong union of one man and one woman as set forth in its canons and authorised liturgies. But this is incoherent. If we are now allowed to affirm, celebrate and pray for God's blessing on same-sex relationships, why should we not offer same-sex marriage? By offering liturgies of blessing of same-sex civil marriages, the bishops are de facto changing the doctrine of marriage, for what the Church believes is expressed by what it prays. This is the principle of lex orandi, lex credenda. The law of what is prayed is the law of what is believed. If we're now blessing gay marriages, our doctrine of marriage has changed. Thirdly, these proposals are putting a huge strain on the unity of the Church of England and could put a strain on our church at a time of exciting growth and development. There's already been an outcry from those who've been hoping for the bishop's proposal to go much further and allow same-sex marriages in church, and an equally impassioned response from those who hold to an orthodox view of marriage. The Archbishop of Canterbury has said that he will not conduct such blessings for the sake of unity within the Anglican Communion. No one is happy with these proposals. I expect there will be a heated debate at General Synod on the 6th to the 9th of February, which will only show how divided the Church of England is. Now, I am aware that this means that I'm in a position where I disagree with my bishops, whom I otherwise respect and with whom I have a good relationship. I'm also aware that some of our own church family will not agree with me on this issue. But I do hope and pray that we will be able to continue to search the Scriptures together, to discuss difficult issues openly, to pray and bear with each other in love. As always, I am more than happy to meet with groups or individuals who would like to talk to me about this or any other issue. And please pray for Synod, for our church, and for me as I wrestle with this difficult issue and seek to lead our church in a wise and godly way. If you would like to write to our bishops and to our General Synod representatives ahead of the meeting of Synod next week, then I've put their contact details in today's email. God bless you today.